It's 7:59, so it's good I started it.
Yep.
Okay, we should be on.
Hi, everybody.
Hello, everyone. We haven't dropped any frames yet. We've been streaming for 30 seconds.
Knock on wood.
Hey, Cosmos Clive. I can't see your name. Sean.
Yep. Sean
Play a
Lee
Sean.
violin.
Oh. It's up there. It's trying to learn.
What's up, trying to learn? How's it going, Brawler? Frankly, terrible.
I was wondering how you did Friday and you didn't text me. I didn't think maybe you didn't play. It didn't occur to me. How come on that screen next to you, it doesn't say how many people are watching? Usually that's at the bottom.
I put it in theater mode.
Oh. Hey, we're on Chess TV.
Hi, Chess TV people.
You can keep it in theater mode. I just
Oh,
was
okay,
wondering.
okay,
I was
yeah.
wondering. Oh, you're playing in a 5-round game 45? That's a lot of games for one day. Oh, move this.
It's going Rusty.
Discord.
It's going Bonarici.
Yeah, half-point buy's good. 5 games is too many. Can't play 5 games in one day. Hey,
5
Bonarici.
games in one day? What's the time control?
Game 45.
That's pretty long
Uh-huh.
for 5 games. Yeah,
And he's old like me,
I'd be tired at the end of that.
but not as old as me, but like me.
Game 45, delay 5. That's even longer. Not much longer. It's longer.
Bonarici, you're even older than me and trying to learn. Well, he is.
Yeah, it's funny.
I know Bonarici in real life, but I haven't seen him in probably 30 years. Unless it's more than 30 years, which is likely. Okay, let's get it going.
All right, let's get it going. So first game is from Sit Bear and or Hit Bear. I'm just gonna keep saying that because it hasn't stopped being funny yet. Where is it? Sit Bear. Another example of the Dutch giving me heart palpitations. Even though the opening pretty much went according to plan, I don't know why I didn't play knight takes e4. when grubbing pawns is my favorite thing to do. Recommended by Yasser Sarawan. Then I thought my position was falling apart, so I sacked the exchange for a non-existent attack. Turns out I can simply trade off the rooks, and I don't need to worry about the potential passed e-pawn because my knight and queen are too annoying. So this was played last year. Sitbear's black. He lost the game to a underrated opponent, and it's game 40 and 80. Sudden death 30, delay 30.
I don't remember seeing you in St. Louis, Bonarici. But that's got to be at least 10 years ago.
All right, so we got to flip the board. Okay, it's a Dutch. So far, so theory. We've seen Sitbear play these kinds of positions before.
95?
95 is very weird. Because after bishop b7, right? Just play bishop b7, you can't play bishop t2. Well, yeah, 95 is a very weird move. He plays bishop b7, and the best move is knight f3. And suddenly white has the black pieces. Darn. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, so I don't recommend knight e5, knight f3. But, okay, we're not critiquing white's play, we're critiquing black's play. Bishop b4 check. Bishop d2. Takes. Knight c6. I kind of glossed over that, but knight takes d4 looks like a threat here because of the pin. So he played e3. Castles, bishop g2.
Guy likes to play 95.
Yeah.
G5. Wow.
It's really aggressive. But okay.
E4.
E4 seems to hang a pawn. I'm not sure why. Let's see. Queen e2. That's weird.
I would take with the knight.
And then the queen.
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't. I was drawn to pawn takes to open the rook. But,
Also good.
yeah. So e4 is weird, and not taking the pawn is weird. Wonder what he was afraid of. Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, g4. Queen b3. No, this is even more hanging.
Bonarici said G5 is a hit bear move.
Ah.
King
King
F7.
f7. Sitbear, why aren't you taking this pawn? You're in the chat, right? You're usually in the chat. Just take this pawn. What's the problem? C5 isn't playable. It hangs a knight with tempo on the queen. So I'm not sure what you're worried about here. Yeah, King F7 is just super passive.
King
It's
F7.
a really weird move. He's still not taking the pawn. Take free pawns. D5 is a good move.
This game's bad and you guys should feel bad.
Rook e1's too slow. Just take this and take this. Now e5 is a good move to keep it closed up. He played h4.
Bonarici says Sitbear always shows up after the game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, well, I mean, he submits the game first. Injit is recommending rook a to e8 to challenge this strong piece. Okay, queen h7 with obvious threats. Knight f1.
Always sack the exchange.
Always sack the exchange. It doesn't look like you have enough pieces around the king to do that. Like, you're just attacking with your queen right now. Yeah. So rook takes e6, rook takes e6, and queen h1 check holds equality. Yeah. Super active queen, exposed king. And it's hard to coordinate against the black king. Okay, check. Check. Yeah, so the difference here is white has a passed pawn now, which is really strong. Yeah, black's just down too much material and losing.
Yeah, queen d4 is hard to meet.
Yeah, and then black resigned. That's a good place to resign.
Exchange sacrifice seems
You see,
totally unnecessary.
Yeah, really dubious. And he had a much better position before he did that. Okay, king f7 is hard to find.
That unpins the knight, so you can play knight
Yeah.
d4.
That makes sense.
Hey, Worf May.
What's up, Rurf me? Alright, we can look at the next one. It's from Bonarici. Bonarici has the black pieces. Let's see. Bonarici writes, my opponent was a child who had a loving mother that kissed him before we started play. Maybe 10 years old. Not all 10-year-olds are monsters at chess. After I beat him, he burst into tears. Should I have gone easy on him? I don't want to traumatize kids.
You know,
No. The game continued on to move 60. I am too lazy to type these moves in. When he resigned one move before he will get checkmated, which is the proper etiquette of our modern age. Okay. So this game was played a month ago. Game 30, delay 5. Bonarici has black and no ratings. It's a London system with G6. Now it's a Joe Mama London with Fianchetto setup. Now I don't know what it is. It's like a Pierce, yeah. Okay. These are the kinds of setups I play with white against the Pierce, but my bishop's usually on e3. I play f3 and g4. This is fine. Yeah, so far the players are playing well. Very good. Don't love that move. I don't really want to trade queens as white.
queen g5 is a weird move.
Yeah. He prefers bishop g5. But okay, queen g5. Each takes. That position is completely equal. a6. Seems pretty passive, but alright. Yeah, b4 here disrupts the knight. And then we take the pawn because the bishop's blocked.
Yeah, a6 seems like a tactical error.
Yeah. Just wants to go scoop that pawn up. Okay, but he plays knight h5. Takes.
Hey, king f7 in every game.
Yes.
And f5.
b4 once again is going to pick up the f pawn because the knight only has this one square to go to. Wait, am I wrong about that? What about king g6? Yeah, I'm still going to get it, I guess. Well, maybe not. Okay, this is annoying.
They CL Smith. Go CL Smith.
Go Ben and or Pat? Darn. Should be 2. Should be 7. Yeah. So after b4, the knight gets into e4 and f6. Your opponent missed several opportunities to play this b4 move. This takes. I guess the d pawn was gonna go anyway.
Yeah, white should have played b4 like 5 times this game.
Yeah. Yeah, knight takes e4 is an unfortunate error because there's just no way to defend this now. This is also weird. Okay. So we have a rook ending where black's just up a pawn. And white's a bit overextended over here. You don't have to prevent king d5, right? Because you can't go into the king pawn ending anyway. You have the e pawn. But okay, c6. Bonarici wins because he has connect 5.
Uh-huh.
And after c4, they played some more moves and white resigned. You think that's why he cried? Because you told him b4 wins the game? Did you tell him b4 won the game like 5 times?
I don't know if it won the game.
I mean, yeah.
What did you eat today? You know, I had food and had some drinks.
I also had some food and some drinks. Yeah, except for allowing b4 several times, that was a good game. Good endgame technique. Bonarici, was your opponent lower rated than you? Like by a lot? I assume so. What drinks? The liquid kind.
$17.50 cries after the game. I guess that happens in the world youth.
Gain 100 points a week. Yeah, he'll get those rating points back. It's not really a big deal. Bonarici's over 2,000, so he probably only lost like 10 points.
Mm-hmm. I'm taking Adderall now, which keeps me awake, but I'm still having issues with tardive dyskinesia. I have to modify my medication. Or it's possible it won't go away. I'm having a tough time the last couple days with my facial tics.
What's up, Tensor Extension?
One time in the World Youth, I asked a kid, did your opponent cry after the game? Which is what I always ask them before we analyze the game. Every kid I've ever coached in the World Youth,
Yeah.
we sit down, and the first thing I say is, if my student won,
Yeah.
I say, did your opponent cry after the game?
Yeah.
50-50.
50-50. Yeah.
Anyway, this was the last round, round 11. So typically in round 11, they don't cry after the game because
Yeah.
round 11,
Tournament's already decided.
they've already played 10 games.
Yeah.
They've already cried.
Yeah.
Anyway, my student said, my opponent started crying after move 15, and he cried the rest of the game.
Oof.
God damn. Then he showed me the game, and I was like, man, no wonder that kid was crying.
All right. Next game is by Deja Vu 2. This is a 5-minute game from a week ago where I was black. It's another.
Tensor Extension said, what up, dog? Did somebody take over his account?
It's another game where I don't castle and instead attack the white king. There's a nice checkmate at the end of the game. Okay, so Mike is black. 5-minute game. Let's take a look. Every game has been submitted by the black pieces.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
I
bishop's
almost
opening.
said that, but I didn't.
A symmetrical bishop's opening kind of thing.
What's the time control? 5 minutes?
5-0. The top engine move reminds me of like Steinitz French, where bishop's not here supporting this, and the bishop's blocked, so queen g4. Yeah, it's sort of a wood pushy move.
Knight h5.
Knight h5 is quite weird. Not getting into f4 anytime soon. Okay. King h1's good. Get out of this alignment.
Never play f3. Now I know who won the game.
Correct. The best move is f4, undoing the f3.
Ben, how much drugs do you take? I take,
says drags.
oh, drags? Oh,
How much drags do you take?
if you mean pot, I don't do that. If you mean drugs, I take 8 or 9 drugs a day. Now, if you mean drags, as in pot, that's a Karen question.
So after f4,
The answer is a lot.
after f4, the best move for black is rook f8.
Exclam. Black didn't learn the Catholic rules yet.
Oh, f4 was the move in the game. Okay, good. Okay, queen h4.
Yeah, Queen H4 is a move you would play in 5-minute chess.
Yeah. Your only idea here is knight g3, right? But that's covered, and you can't dislodge this piece. So
Yeah, but Queen H4 is scary looking.
yes. f5.
I have a question.
Okay.
Can White take on E5 with the idea of taking on F7?
Yes.
That's my question.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I had a question. I didn't look at the engine because I can't see it. It's too small.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you just take on e5 and you're coordinating.
Because there's a bishop and a rook.
Yeah, it says you can castle here, but d4 is really bad for black.
Man, sometimes the engine plays rook F8 and sometimes the engine castles.
Yeah, sometimes. It says you can take this too and go here, but it's ridiculous. Yeah, Black's position's quite bad there. Deja Vu 2. Mike, you do lots of crazy stuff, but okay, F5 is weird. So, Bishop F2. He really wants to go here. I haven't understood any of the engine recommendations at all. Like, none of them. Like, here, knight b1 is best. And then here, bishop c8 is best.
Well, knight b1, I assume it wants to play knight d2 to f3.
Knight d2, yeah.
Bishop c8, I assume it wants to play knight d7, knight f6, knight g4. It's sort of the same reason
Yeah.
for both moves.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, h3. He's just going all out for the attack.
Yeah, the drugs that I take are prescription drugs from 4 different doctors.
F takes g6 is the worst move on the board. Can you find a worse move? Maybe queen
Yes.
h5.
Yeah.
Queen h5.
I knew I could. Queen e1, bishop f4, rook f4, bishop takes f7, bishop e6, knight d5, knight b5.
All right, let's go. Okay, hold
I'm
on.
good at finding bad moves.
Okay, so the evaluation is -7. Here it's -4.
Oh, because after fg, bishop h3, like it's mate. Oh, yeah, maybe that is the worst move.
You said rook f4. That's -3.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I just thought fg was strategically bad. I didn't see
No,
bishop h3
no,
just mate.
it's so awful. Giving away the queen for free is not as bad as f takes g6. Man, f takes g6. Yeah, you can't open that up. So many pieces here.
He took it.
Yeah. Ooh. Wow. That's crazy. What a cool move. I love it. That's my favorite move.
Doe subscribed.
Doe!
Thank you.
Tier 1, 47 months. Thanks, Doe. So it turns out King D8 is a blunder. Doesn't lose. But who in the chat can find the best move for white? The answer is nobody. I guarantee it. Yeah, if you find this move, you're cheating. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's a bold claim. Because you're about to get mated, so you gotta do something. Nobody has a guess. I don't see any guesses from the chat.
Bishop g5 is a guess I've seen
Bishop g5.
on
I take.
both platforms. That's not a very good move because of hg.
Yeah. G7.
7 gets
just-
mated against everything.
Hey, Deja Vu 2 got it. Oh, because this is his game. He already analyzed the game.
Bonarici said it can't be queen h5.
Queen h5 is correct.
Yeah, queen h5.
Ah, damn. Yeah, you take care of all these discoveries by putting pressure on the queen. And if you take it, g7 hits the queen in this.
So black should have played king e7 so that when you take the rook on h8, it's not check.
Yes.
So then after queen h5, g7, we play queen h4.
Yep. And then bishop g5 check.
Well, now I can't tell if you're being serious.
No, that's what it suggests.
Oh, okay.
Because black's completely winning.
Just staving off mate for a move.
Yeah. The horizon effect. Okay, so he played king d8. White played king g1. Bishop g4. Threatening this and this. So he played rook f3. Queen h2. Queen
Looks good
h1.
for black.
Yeah, it looks pretty good for black. Queen takes g2. Mate in 1 here. Okay, this is also mate. Oh, he played the cool mate. Very good.
I wouldn't have seen the cool mate. I would have seen bishop takes rook mate.
Yeah.
I didn't see queen f3 mate.
So that was a bad game that became good because your opponent found the worst move on the chessboard. And then didn't see queen h5. How do you miss queen h5? Okay.
Bonarici said White should have won that game, except he played all bad moves.
Yes. That was a crazy game.
Ben, I don't see you registered for the Charlotte Open. Yeah, I'm not playing in the Charlotte Open. That's why I'm not registered.
Somebody, if that question comes up like once a stream.
I considered it.
Yeah.
I should probably be
queen E2?
banned from chess. Why not queen e2?
When?
Because then the knight on c3 would take it.
Oh, here? Yeah.
I assume he means
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. Knights unfortunately move backwards.
Well, I don't know if he meant here, but if
Yeah.
he did, then I answered his question
Yeah.
correctly.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So while that game was fun and exciting, we have more games to look at. Sir Jacobs. Hello, Grandmaster Feingold. This game is against my best friend and best customer, Alex. Please ignore the ratings. My opponent is well over 2100 in chess.com Rapid, and I have mostly stopped playing rated games. I played a very nice move and want to know what you think of it. I started playing a lot of Crazy House lately and have gotten creative. Okay. So our hero is, I guess, black, because he's playing NN.
Also, because everybody who shows a game has black.
Yeah. Okay, so it's the game NN versus Sir Jacobs. And the time control, I think it said 240 plus 4.
Eh.
So this is 4 minutes plus 4 seconds. Okay. Very weird time control. A closed Sicilian. Still theory. Giving up the bishop pair for no reason is strange. But, okay, I guess he wanted to go here. Or I don't know. Okay, maybe 2. First d5 here. And that defends your d-pawn. And if pawn takes, it's torn between this and this.
C.L. Smith says winning with white isn't review worthy. That's why everybody suggested submits
Fair
with
enough,
black.
fair enough. Yeah, knight takes d5 defends the d-pawn by discovery. so d5 would have been stronger. Okay, he played e5.
Well, H4 seems terrible.
H4 just gives away every
Both
square.
players seem overrated.
Yeah. Well, he said to ignore the ratings. So
Yeah, he said they're both higher rated than that, but they
Yeah.
both seem lower rated than that.
Not playing knight g4 is very strange. Like, look at the e3 square. That's a good square. Okay, queen d2. There he goes.
Garen's always worn glasses.
Yeah, bishop h6 here is a good move. It stops white from castling queenside, which I assume white wants to do. Yeah, every turn you're missing bishop h6.
He's hoping white castles queenside,
Oh, and he's
so he
waiting
can
for-
play
okay,
bishop
yeah,
h6
okay.
then.
E3 is good. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Always
he
sack
sacked-
the exchange.
Oh, he sacked the exchange, yeah. Oh, I like knight g1. Mm-hmm. Knight g1's awesome.
That stops knight g2.
Yeah,
check.
knight g2 check picks up the queen, so knight g1 allows the queen to defend it. That's awesome. Okay, queen b4, queen f6. Boom! Yeah, that's really good.
That's the move that he liked.
Yeah, I like that too. It's an interference tactic.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's called interference.
You stop the queen from returning to e1. That's really nice. I like that.
AJAA928. Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for subscribing. He's another person I've met in real life,
That's cool.
but not in the U.S. What country did I meet him in?
Are you asking?
Yeah,
Belgium?
Canada.
Oh, Canada. Okay.
Belgium. I haven't been in Belgium. Actually, Karen and I were in the airport in Belgium
Yeah.
when we went to Rome,
Nice.
but we didn't leave the airport.
Okay.
No, the answer is Canada.
That's cool. Will you be going to London for the Speed Chess Championship?
No, I won't.
Darn.
Sorry.
Yeah, that ends the game immediately, and I assume white resigned. No, we played bishop f7. Oh, did you... Were you worried that white could take the rook now? Just take this.
I don't think Black was worried.
No, okay. Well, he moved his rook away, so it's...
This guy said knight f4, re-interference.
Yeah, you just take on g3 and you're completely winning. I assume that's why he moved his rook away. Cause
I mean,
he thought-
Black's up a rook. So.
Yeah, it's too much material. And then white resigned. Yeah, rook c3, that was a nice move.
JAA gifted a tier 1 sub
Thanks, JA.
to Exxon Jones. That had the unusual time control of 4-4.
Yeah. Very weird. Okay, so the next game is from Tortolino. Hello, Ben. I have a request you'll be delighted to satisfy. Can you please focus on how bad every move from my opponent was? I'd like you to belittle everything he did like your life depends on it. ChatGPT won't do it because everyone deserves respect. It's the event Tortolino versus Pedro 989. Okay, Tortolino has white. Finally.
What?
Time control is 3 minutes. Okay. I can't belittle these moves. They're all good. It's a Najdorf with bishop c4. That hasn't been played in like 40 years. Okay, e5. e5 is very, very bad with the bishop on c4.
Yeah, I was thinking bishop c4 sort of makes you want to not play e5.
Yeah, you goes to e6. I'm going to blunt this diagonal. e5 is very poor. Knight f5 is good.
This game's too complicated.
Well, he's removing the defender of f5, but I can just take this and king is weak.
Now it's
Bishop
three.
takes f7.
Now the game is three complicated.
Wow. Yeah, knight takes g7, bishop takes g7, knight takes e4. And you got d5 covered twice, so no d5. And you're attacking this 3 ways from Sunday. And by 3 ways, I mean 2 ways.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now it's like complicated. Ah. King f6. Man. Bishop e6 is equal. And king g6 actually gives black the advantage. Surprising, but I mean, this is still attacked.
Yeah, white's sacrificing a piece.
King f6, and now this falls with a check. And now black just gets mated. Queen f7 is correct. Queen f3 is good. Long castle. Yeah, that's also good. Queen e4 is a bit faster. King b5, a4. King a5, and then b4. Mate, supported by the queen. King's cut off here.
I don't like knight c6. Doesn't seem to defend. It doesn't matter, it's mate.
Yeah,
but
it's mate no matter what, yeah.
at least you stop queen d5 check if you play d5.
It's a 3-minute game. I assume we still have plenty of time on your clock here, though. Rook d3, bishop d2, and queen b3.
I didn't see queen b3 mate, but I saw rook a3 mate.
Yeah. Isn't that why he played this? I thought he played that to play rook
Yeah.
a3 mate. Okay.
That was a good game. That was exciting.
Yeah. Black didn't play very well. e5. Knight takes e4. So I can't criticize every move, but I can definitely criticize king f6. It's like if you had to choose between this and this, you should pick this one.
I didn't think black played so badly that game. I thought he made a couple of bad moves.
Just e5 and king
I
f6.
mean, once his king's walking around, nothing much he can do.
Yeah, that's fair. How's it going, Death Gecko? Then you lose your precious extra piece. Bonarici, you're thinking like Morphe's opponents. Doesn't matter if you get mated as long as you're up material. Is Magnus better than Bobby Fischer?
Yeah, Bobby Fischer's been dead for a long time.
Yeah. So
Magnus is alive.
So right now, yes. I would beat Fischer.
Ben, who will win the college football playoff? Indiana. An easy question.
You have to give credit to Magnus because Bobby Fischer never defended his title. Well, Magnus gave up his title, so same thing, right?
Lucille Smith says I'm correct. Do I prefer Barcelona or Real Madrid? I don't really prefer either one of them.
All right. Our next game is from Harpy Queen, who has another name, but I forgot what it was. No message, just a game.
No, there's a message at the end.
Okay. Queen c7 instead of queen e6 would help my advantage. The game was a draw. My opponent cheated. A draw was the most likely result. Your opponent cheated. Okay. Ah, it's Sassy Girl. That's who it was. And it's black again. Darn. All right. A Petrov with d4. Still theory. That's weird. So this is the first moment where I would.
Bonarici says that the account was banned, that the person did cheat.
Oh, okay.
How come they had white and they cheated and the game ended in a draw and Sassy Girl was better? None of that makes any sense.
Well, it's got to be like. I guess they didn't cheat the whole game because this is a weird move. Bishop f4 to e3.
No, they may have cheated like on the account, but not this game.
Not this game. Yeah. Okay, knight c3, c6.
You can play against me on Saturday if you become a sub on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I play subs on Saturday.
So Sassy Girl suggested queen c7 here, hitting the h-pawn. It's not a big difference. Queen e6 is weird. I don't see what the idea is connected with that. I could maybe this. But.
Do you still couching? No, that would be JD Vance.
Okay.
I still don't know what JD stands for.
Do I actually?
Like AOC, I know what it stands for.
Okay.
JD Vance, I don't know what JD stands for. Also, I think that's not the game he was born with. Oh, I see. If bishop takes rook, then bishop f4.
Oh, here? Yeah. I didn't comment on that. The microphone's in my way. So move this out of the way. No, wait. I'm not following the game anymore. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, so now this is attacked and this is attacked. Queen g2.
Du bishops, what else? Caffeine Jones gave 100 bits and said, Dub Bears.
Dub Bears. What's up, Caffeine Jones?
Thanks for the support.
So, black has a pawn for the exchange, 2 bishops, a passed h-pawn, and is currently threatening bishop f4. So black has nice compensation for the exchange.
Ben, are you still? No, I'm sparkling.
Always play king b1, bishop f4. Doesn't like trading queens mess up white's pawns and
Yeah, black's position looks really nice.
okay, queen h5, one queen f5. Oh, the game doesn't have to end in a draw here. You still have plenty to play for. Did I miss the time control?
It says 10-minute
Oh, it's a
on the
10-minute. Yeah.
score of the game.
Where do you see that?
Right there.
Oh, right there.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yep. So if we say you're not in time pressure, then agreeing to a draw here is weird. Only you could be better, right? You got two bishops. You got a passed h pawn. You can ruin white's
Bonarici
pawns.
gave the gap scores.
Yeah, interesting game.
Yeah, it's too bad that they repeated because
Yeah.
we could have had an interesting game.
Mm-hmm.
Which two teams are playing now?
New England and the Chargers.
0-0, second quarter.
Wow. All right, our next game is from Grandmaster Gus. Slow OTB game, outclassed by a higher rated player. I felt I played too passively and was defending the whole game. Okay, so it's a slow game, but I don't see the time control. And Gus has the white pieces.
Grandmaster Gus gifted a sub.
Thanks, Grandmaster Gus.
And then Sigma Frania gifted a sub.
Thanks, Sigmafrenia. C3 is a move I used to play in this position. I don't have a good score against this E6 line because the positions are too different. I've tried this many times where you try to get a position where you're playing against this bad bishop, queen e2 and e5, but it's not always easy. You have to know the right moment when to play e5 because e5 always opens up this diagonal, so it is complicated.
Mr. Floppy Nut says, what happened to the CCSCHCL? It failed? Do you think forcing your incessant, slanted political opinion on people who just wanted chess content had anything to do with it? Boy, that got abrasive quickly.
Interesting.
Ooh, Night subscribed. No, we stopped getting a lot of customers because of COVID. And then we had to shut down for a while. And then we opened back up. And it was just too much work. No, I think people like the channel because of my slanted political views. Grandmaster Gus has a lot to say.
I switched to playing 3C3 recently. Before this game, I played Open Sicilians otherwise. Fair. Yeah, C3 has the intention of playing D4, but it's hard to maintain these pawns here. Black's not going to let you do it if black plays correctly. Like D5 and knight f6 are both good.
Republicans are banned.
Okay, he played knight f6, e5, knight d5, d4 takes. I don't know b6. I've only ever seen d6 in this position. But b6, I guess, is okay. Yeah, the longer I look at this, the more I like white. Like,
Yeah, I like
this-
white.
Pawns are really good.
Yeah, when I play
Bishop's really
C3
good.
Sicilian, I'd like to have this position.
Yeah. It's hard, like, castling's always going to be risky because white just has more space on the king side. That 2 bishop side over there. H4, knight G5 is an idea, and this bishop is just quite bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't play Queen
Yeah,
C2.
queen C2 is a weird move. I guess he was worried about this. So I guess I can tell you, you can sacrifice pawns to get tempi, and this position demonstrates that quite nicely, I think. These pieces do absolutely nothing, and these pieces are all great. So you have tremendous compensation here for a pawn. Rook's coming to C1 also, which skewers the queen and bishop. So it's just a good position for white. Okay, queen C2. H6. Yeah, this is a monster bishop, so bishop A6 makes sense. It looks like you pretty much have to get rid of your light squared bishop now, because otherwise this bishop's going to stop you from castling. Okay, H6. Knight D2 is a good move. 4 is good. Yeah, knight A5 is a nice move. Put pressure on the knight. And we got pressure on the pawn here. Knight C4 is good. Yep, knight B2 hits this and this.
Boy, that knight had a long journey
It did.
from Milan to Minsk.
So now black is much better with the 2 bishops. The light squared bishop was arguably white's best piece, given the pawn structure. And now it's gone. It's been traded off. And backward pawn here.
Yeah, if I was white, I wouldn't trade queens,
Yeah, I don't think you should trade. Keep
because
it-
your only
keep
hope
those.
is to attack black's king.
Yeah. Otherwise, your pawn structure just becomes more and more of an issue. The C3 pawn in particular. Bishop takes E4 is very weird. Rook A4 and you go hunt these pawns. This knight doesn't really have a good future. Like, these squares are covered. Okay, black's still much better. Rook B1 is preferred here. King E2. Only black can be better here. Black's on the offensive. This is also weird. Okay.
And white doesn't really have much to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently rook d7 was the only try. I wouldn't think on the surface that white can hold this, but the engine disagrees. Yeah, you're just trading into a lost ending. Just pawns on the correct colored rook square. And all these pawns are on dark squares so they can get attacked. King e4 looks strange because it doesn't have any forward moves. And then you resigned.
The engine announces mate.
It does. Wait in 24. I would have played b4 on move 28 for black, but for some reason it's bad. Here.
Yeah, if black was winning the C pawn, it would be good, but it looks like he's just trading.
Mm-hmm.
King D1's a nice move.
To defend the rook. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, symmetrical pawn structure, and the pieces are coming off, so this looks pretty equal. Although, why am I not taking this? Is this bad for white? No. I guess you don't want to allow this. Yeah, this is just completely equal.
That was a tough loss.
Yeah,
You had a good position out of the opening.
indeed. It started going south as soon as knight b2 hit. Yeah, this is the first position where you started to make mistakes, I think. Because you were worried about queen takes c3.
King D1 protects the rook on C1
Yeah.
so that white can take on B4 because the C pawn's pinned. Otherwise, you're going to lose your C pawn at some point.
Also, just quickly, since I talked about it during the game, if you want to see an example of sacrificing pawns for tempi, this is one I like to give my students a lot. Where in this position you play knight f3, queen takes rook g1, queen h3, and white just has a nice position for the pawn because you got several pieces developed, the rook on a half-open file, and black's just moving the queen every turn.
Grandmaster Gus was expecting queen A5 and then wanted to play B4
In what position?
after knight C3 instead of queen E6. No, in the game you were just showing.
Oh, in the game I was just showing.
It's not important.
That's a theory. That's a move in theory. It's a weird gambit. This gambit, I forgot what it's called.
It has a name.
It does. Yeah,
Oh.
it's some weird gambit.
That's the name, some weird gambit.
Yeah, that's what I call it. Some weird gambit. All right, next game. Next game is from Rusty. Ah, the Lionheart Gambit. That's what it's called. I remembered Lion. I wanted to call it the Lion Gambit, but I thought that was wrong.
Then you'd be lying.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Rusty writes, "Hi, Ben and Pat. Since I am new, I figured I would add some context about me as a player.
Ugh.
I am 22 years old, and I started studying chess last year in April. So far, I am at 1600 on Lichess and steadily improving. Very good. First time not losing against a title player. This was a 3+2 game in a Lichess Bundesliga. Aside from the blunders at the end when I got into time pressure, I think I played pretty well for my level, in an opening that I'm quite unfamiliar with." Okay, so Lichess Bundesliga game ended in a draw. White is significantly much lower rated than his opponent, and it's 3+2. Black's a FIDE master, so strange draw. Somebody argued once that if an opening is named after an animal, it's bad, and they gave several examples. Snake Benoni, the dragon. But there's an opening you've never heard of called the Kangaroo Defense, which is quite playable. This is the Kangaroo Defense.
I lost to that once. I was hopping mad. I went to a restaurant in Atlanta once.
Mm-hmm.
This actually isn't a joke. This is serious.
Yeah.
It's a serious statement.
Yeah.
And they had kangaroo on the menu,
Oh, wow.
which you can get at some restaurants, but not many.
Apparently they eat it all the time in Australia.
Mm-hmm.
That's surprising to me. The orangutan is awesome. That's bad for white, though. The hippo is bad? Yes. Bird's opening's bad.
The Black Mustang defense. I never heard of it.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's chess with Ovi.
Are you just naming every animal? Did you list the kangaroo defense? I don't see it. Where's the there it is. Kangaroo defense is good. Lobster gambit. What?
I never heard of half of these openings.
I've heard of the rat defense. Also not good. The whale opening is terrible.
How you doing, Ovi?
Mosquito
Go
gambit.
Ovi.
Kangaroo is also pretty rare in Australia. Source, I am a kangaroo. Alright, let's look at the game. So our hero's white. 3+2. White's all up in black's grill. D5 is the old move. Knight F6 is more common. More popular, I think. But D5's fine. That hangs a pawn. You should take this. That's why you played E4. You play D4 to stop D5. Your opponent plays D5, you take it. That's it. You don't have to know anything about chess, you just have to know that one rule. That's a very weird move. Let's take this. Yeah, black's already better. Queen takes is also weird. First ED5. But okay.
C6 is a weird move.
This is a really good position for white. White has two bishops and an annoying pawn on d6. Hey, a4 is good. You attacked the b pawn, but then you didn't take it. I'm confused by your opponent's rating and title.
It's a Lichess title.
FIDE master. Okay, maybe your opponent's just having an off day, but it seems really weird. Yeah, you played bishop d2 and attacking the spawn, but you're not taking it. Spawn's been up for grabs for several moves. Now you took it. Okay, knight b3.
Put it in H. Well, that rook gets around. Rook A3, rook H3, H5.
White's playing very well. I don't really have any complaints.
Bishop A6 seems like not the best move.
Oof. It was all good until you did that. Mouse slip.
Even if black couldn't play rook takes bishop, bishop A6
it's a
isn't very
weird,
good.
yeah, it's a weird move. He didn't say he mouse slipped, right?
He just said the end wasn't good.
Oh yeah.
I assume they're in
Blunder
time trouble.
Blunder and time trouble. Yep. Unfortunate. I was down to 10 seconds before this move. Ah, okay. He played great until this moment. So. Okay, your opponent didn't take it, so you're back in the game. Ah, yeah. Now you can't get out of perpetual.
Probably should have played bishop C6
This reminds me of
instead of A5.
It was a few years ago. I think it was a Blitz event between Carlsen and Wesley So, where Carlsen set up the same sort of perpetual idea, but Wesley So saw it and he stopped it in time trouble. That was a good game. You played very well, except for bishop a6 and then allowing the perpetual. In this position, bishop c6. That stops knight f3 check.
Well, congratulations on drawing a title player.
Yeah, that was really good.
Just for 11 seconds on your clock.
Hello? Hold on, I have to read. The lobster is a counter gambit in the Latvian. Jesus Christ. Who's playing that? So who's playing that and why is it called the lobster? G4. Does the pelican count? Wrong spelling.
Thought Pelican was named after a player.
Yeah, the Lasker Pelican. That's the Sveshnikov. The old name. All right, who's next? The next game is from Valis 2501. OTB, I was playing with the white pieces. Game control was 40 and 90, sudden death 30, delay 30. Okay. Wait, did it show up? There it is. Did I skip starting chess by accident, or did he just... No, he's at the end. Okay, no, we're good. I've seen this before. This Queen E2, the King's Indian attack. The idea is just to stop the queen trade. It's kind of disruptive to your coordination, though, but queen's going to go to E3, I guess.
Dose says if the bird counts, then pelican should.
Yeah, but
Because bird's a person, too.
the pelican is spelt with a C.
The bird's the word. Yeah, the bird opening isn't really named after a bird.
Yeah, it's the player.
Yuri Pelican's not a bird.
G4R. It does look crazy to take it. Well, let's take it. Rook G1, H5, H3, and white is preferred. Yeah, king's gonna have issues. D7.
Always play king B1.
Always play king B1. Prefers A3 here. And then H4. And you win because you have connect 4. I have a prediction, but I don't want to say it because I'll jinx it.
I think Fabiano Caruana will win.
That was my prediction. I didn't want to say it out loud.
I don't think that's going to affect who wins the candidates.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Fabi.
Yeah, Christopher Yu's not going to ever break the top 20 in the world.
Okay. F5. E5 opens up this diagonal for this bishop, which is quite disruptive, and it allows black to castle queenside. You did all this work pushing your pawns on the king side, and then the king ran over there. Is Keimer in the candidates? No. He did not make it. Black shouldn't open up the center where his king is. Rook He1 is lined up with every black piece on the board. Queen F4 is a miss.
Will Hans Niemann win the candidates? No, he's not playing.
He's not playing. Queen F3 is very nice. We're lined up with the rook, so we're threatening knight D6 check. Yeah, never play F6, except it's the best move. Darn. When is the candidates? It's in March, and it's being held in Cyprus. You think Levy should be 2483? Darn. The truth hurts.
2483. Not 2482.
Not that it matters, but knife F5 here is good. Open that king up. Rawr. Okay, takes. Knight D6. Takes. Queen C6, and then black resigned.
Yeah, white played well that game. Good subscriber.
What if FIDE gives Levy an honorary chess GM like they did Arnold Denker?
Your spelling of honorary is shallow and pedantic.
Honorary. It is I, Sit Bear. Has the stream started yet? No. I heard this 1800 named Alfredo dressed up like Magnus Carlsen on April Fool's. Everyone believed him. Yeah, Sit Bear, we were waiting for you to get here.
It is I, Sit Bear.
It'd be better if they switched to digital chess. Better for who? Alright, next game I think is from Starting Chess. It's not. I'm wrong. No, am I wrong? Oh, this game came up during the stream. I'm not looking at that game. Starting Chess. I'm black, 15 plus 10 rapid. Another terrible game by me. I want to know what I could have done instead, in particular when it comes to the endgame. Okay, Starting Chess. The Sicilian with bishop c4. Darn. Now it looks like the e-pawn's a goner. Engine prefers knight g6 here, and you have a nice advantage. Bishop g3 and d5. But I understand why you took this. It's a knight for a bishop, and trade down when you're ahead material. I get it.
F6, that's why you lost.
Yeah. It's weird that your opponent lets you play e5. That's why you played f6, right? So bishop c7 makes sense. b8's fine. King f7's also okay.
What does the engine say about knight takes b5 instead of knight e6 check? It says knight e6 check is better. Oh, the bishop's hanging on
yeah.
f4.
That's what I was going.
I forgot.
Yeah, no worries. I'm trying to understand why. Oh, because it's not taking the bishop. Okay, so king e7, knight takes, and then rook takes. But with the king on e8, that's worse. What if I take with the rook? Then bishop e3. Ah, yeah, this one. Why does taking with the king change that? King takes, bishop e3. Lots of questions. Okay, okay. So it prefers the king to be on e7 so that you can play d6 defending your c-pawn. I agree with that. Okay. Takes, takes.
Yeah, Mark Hyman's pretty good.
He should play bishop e3 here. B takes a4 allows the c-pawn to be defended by the rook. Bishop g3? Wow. That kind of removes the bishop from the game. Got bishop e3. White's still worse, but bishop g3, that's crazy.
White won this game.
Really? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. He was wondering how he could play better in the endgame.
Okay. Now
He's already worse.
rook's trapped on f7.
Yeah, I don't like c4 and e4 and rook f7. I don't like any of these moves.
Rook g8 or rook h8 are preferred because you can move these pawns to open the rook.
Bonarici says white won on time.
Ah, okay. Rook f7, now the rook's trapped. No prospects here. Okay, you got your rook out. Rook d4 here was better than g4.
Chess with Ovi says, how strong are you, Pat?
Estimated around 2100 to 2200.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't play chess enough because I have a lot of mental health issues.
What about me?
I don't know.
Do you have more mental health issues than I do?
I don't know.
Probably.
I didn't know it was a contest.
It is. Everything's a contest. Chess with Ovi says, your analysis seems strong.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm better at teaching chess than playing. So this position's equal, but I prefer black because these pawns are very strong. The reason it's equal has to do with the opposite color bishops, and white also has passed pawns over here. It's not clear it's not clear how you get them going in this position, but rook b6 attacks your g-pawn, so you have to counterattack somehow. Rook h7.
That's a funny story this guy told.
In the Eastern Open, Grandmaster John Fedorowicz got a little tired in round 1 and fell asleep at the board. His opponent moved and pressed the clock quietly. A spectator tapped Fedorowicz to wake him up. Opponent tried to claim forfeit, claiming Fed may sleep through game. Continues, Fed wins. What do you think? That seems pretty unsportsmanlike.
Well, Fed wins, and Spectator gets kicked out of the tournament.
Yeah.
Spectator was interfering with the game.
Yeah. Isn't there a
Had
story
nothing to do
where,
with
like,
Fed.
Reshevsky's wife pointed out that his opponent flagged or something?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, what happened there? Did Reshevsky win or did he forfeit?
He said, we're married, and in Jewish law, that makes us the same person.
Oh, okay.
So it's okay. He claimed that. I don't know what the ruling was. Wait, we only missed one move, and now white's better.
Yeah. You played King d7.
How do you get better? You play a lot of chess. Play thousands of chess games. That's how you get better.
That's true. You gotta play chess. It says e3 and rook e7 are both good. King d8 seems weird because I don't see what the idea is. But after rook b6, your g6 pawn is attacked and indefensible, so you gotta counterattack. f3 doesn't particularly carry a threat.
I don't know why Fine did or didn't do something in 1948. This is before my time.
Why didn't Fine go to the 1948 round robin? Wow.
He's busy. He wasn't a professional chess player. He had another job.
Ruben Fine?
Uh-huh. He was a psychoanalyst.
Oh, okay. White could just...
So,
yeah.
remember the sit bear game where the guy played e4 and it was hanging every move? Now sit bears say maybe he made a scorekeeping error because he doesn't understand why the guy gave a pawn away and didn't take it like every move. But the game played out, so I don't know.
Yeah, sit bear. I also thought it was weird that you didn't take a free pawn.
Ben, are you related to Akiba Rubinstein? No, but I met his son, Sammy. Man, he was old too. He lived in Belgium when I lived in Belgium, so I met him at a tournament.
Nice.
Bonarici says, I believe you both missed it and both bad at chess.
Darn, the truth hurts.
You know? Okay, so now it says white's +4 because black's pawns are stopped.
He didn't play that though.
Oh.
He played king f2. I was demonstrating that f2 is not a threat because you have the a6 square covered.
I have a question.
Okay.
F2, bishop F2.
Yeah, also good.
That's my question.
Also good. King f1's the second best move. You can play this on the next turn.
Man, I was going to play bishop A6 because I didn't see rooks move sideways.
Aha. That's what I was just saying. Where were we? I went too far back. Here we were.
Yeah, it seems like F3 is a mistake. Never play F3.
King c7 also hangs your g-pawn. So rook h7 has been the move to play. Bishop c8 because you want to play rook h3 check. Like, you got to get some counterplay here because your g-pawn's going down. King c7 forces your opponent to take on g6. And then you resigned.
I wouldn't resign, and I wouldn't consider resigning. And I would lose, but I wouldn't resign.
Mm-hmm. I guess after rook h7, I play rook h6. Yeah, it's really not a lot to do here. All right, so we only got one game left. Played by Pat. Hooray!
It's bad.
It's Pat. Go Pat. I can tell you where black went wrong. You can't play passively in the endgame. Sitting there with your rook on the back rank all game is not good. Black's position was much better several times throughout this game. Yeah, here black's just up a pawn and better. And bishop g3 is terrible because it shuts the bishop out of the game forever.
Yeah, in this position, black wants to play d6, but that hangs a pawn.
So king.
So king e7, then d6.
Mm-hmm.
Then black can move up. Bishop can move up. King can move up. The rook can, go sideways. Yeah. Once you play d6, your problems are over. But you played e4, allowing bishop d6. That wasn't good.
I think never resign is overrated advice. The amount of rating points you gain from swindles approaches 0 as you get better.
Yeah, sit bear's banned.
That's not good advice, sit bear. Anything can happen at any game in any game.
You're not good enough to resign, sit bear. The levels you're talking about are ones you can only dream of, and then you have to wake up and apologize.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Sit Bear exactly? Occasionally he doxes himself in the score sheet.
Once went to a tourney, and the father of the kid I was playing kept watching me analyze at a board I was at. I had black in next game. I started to play weird opening moves as black to normal openings, as if that is what I would go for. so that the kid would play what opening I wanted with white. Father told the kid, and kid did play what I wanted. Nice.
You like stories.
I do like stories. Bonarici, you're thinking of rook c3.
Yeah, but what's he talking about? Why is he dyslexic? Takes f6. Wasn't even a capture.
Do you have good Gingy Hashibili trivia?
Probably.
What is that? What is the question?
Okay, so let's hear about your game.
Too good for the Game of the Day award, 90 plus accuracy. Bonarici, how are you seeing the games before? Are you in the classroom? Do you have access to the classroom?
No, he can.
Oh,
go
he's on the Discord.
the
Yeah, he's
Discord.
looking at the Discord. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so I'm white against Shredder at 2200. Some random game I played a few weeks ago.
This says 2022.
Oh, whoops. It shouldn't say that.
Oh.
The date's wrong. Queen b6 is never a good idea in this opening. Because both outcomes are good for white. If black takes the queen, that opens my rook. And if white takes the queen, that damages black's pawns. So queen b6 is almost never a good idea. The main moves are queen c8, queen d7, or queen c7. Not queen b6. Okay, bishop f4, knight bd7, knight d2. Okay, critical moment of the game.
Wait, Frog Bob has a good story.
I played a tournament once, and this old guy was yelling at his opponent, which was a young girl. I stood up and told the old guy he was a jerk and everyone can enjoy chess. Then everyone clapped. She turned out to be Albert Einstein.
See?
That was a good story.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so when you assess these to trade or not to trade situations, you assess the pawn structure. The central pawn structure specifically. This white or black pawn on d5 means light squared bishop's no good. Or not as good as this bishop, because these pawns are on dark squares. So bishop e2. Okay. Black finally takes, but that only helps me. Now I'm playing against the a7 pawn, which is currently pinned. h5, b4. b4 opens up the b3 square for my knight, and I can push my pawn all the way down. Castles, knight b6. Rook a5 to double rooks. My opponent's playing very strange moves. Okay, a6.
Hard to play black.
Yeah. g4 is a nice tactical trick. Who in the chat can tell me what happens if black takes twice on g4? Sit bear is correct. Takes knight g4. You mean knight g5?
Uh-huh. Then what happens after king h6?
I take.
He takes.
Take here. Take here.
Uh-huh.
And then I get this pawn with a fork.
Wow, brilliant.
Okay, so he did take once and then played bishop e6. I play knight g5 anyway. Knight b3, eyeing up the c5 square. Okay, earlier I was espousing like trading good pieces for bad pieces. This is a good knight that's currently attacking my rook, so I took it. Yeah, now black's pawns are all suck. Knight c5. Rook e1 because I want to hit the pawn. Play e5.
You should play king f7 like sit bear and Bonarici.
Just to defend the pawn. Yeah, I agree with that.
That pawn structure is illegal. How did you get it?
This pawn structure here.
Yeah.
This was the d pawn, and this was the a pawn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well then.
Show the tactic if black tries to get that fork with b6. Oh, you mean here? Where? Here? Well, I can take the knight here. But it also looks like rook takes pawn, attacks the rook, and gets out of the fork.
But then, oh yeah.
The engine says they're both good, but this one's better. King f7 recommended by Steinitz. Yeah, recommended by Steinitz, but not von Bartoleben, because he didn't play it. Okay, so we reach this end game. Rook e4 just collects the c-pawn. I've got 2 pawns to the good. Bring my king up. Start moving my queenside pawns, because that's where I have a majority. And with my rook here, the king always has to defend this g-pawn, but even if the g-pawn goes down, it's not going to change the evaluation much. And then black resigns.
No, I don't remember that Yazway. Sounds like a good story.
The computer thinks
Good
I'm
game.
2600. Yeah. The game wasn't too hard. Engine didn't play very well.
Too good for Sub Sunday.
Yeah. Well, that's all the games we got, everybody. That was fun. It seems weird that spectators are interfering with the games, even of yesteryear. I need to forget a pawn is on pre for 4 moves so that I
That way your game will be
then
appropriate
yeah,
for Sub Sunday.
Yeah, yeah. One time I was moderating a kids tournament, and in the kids tournaments we basically enforce a rule that the kids aren't allowed to resign because anything can happen, and we want the kids to learn, especially if they're new to chess. So one kid, he asked me very politely, he said, "Could I please resign because I trust my opponent to beat me?" And I said, "I'm sorry, you can't resign." And he said, "Okay," and then he put his king on pre. So he showed me.
That's right, C.L. Smith. Good Simpsons reference. And now it's time for my favorite part of the stream. What does that say?
When it ends.
What does that say? I was referencing Simpsons.
Oh, okay. You think capturing the king should be legal? It's legal in blitz chess.
The only chess streamer is LaFeng Hua.
Okay.
So let's raid him.
Okay.
Did I
Yeah.
spell it right? Okay. All right. See you all next week. I will. Ben will see you Tuesday.
Uh huh.
Bye, everybody.